Good morning, good afternoon, 12:08. So sorry about that. I guess technically I was what, 6 minutes late? And I got to thinking, I would slide into the parking lot at work with about 45 seconds to spare frequently when I was, punching the clock in somebody's office. So this would totally meet expectations as far as my work-life balance is concerned. I had to go this morning and run some errands, and the last errand I had to run was going to the Sam's Club. Well, actually, no, that was not the last errand I had to run. That was the last errand I ran was to the Sam's Club, which means the errand I had to do after that is now going to be on the schedule for tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream, I'll have to remember I'm going to schedule it for a little bit later. 12 o'clock's not going to cut it because the place I had to go didn't open until 11. Now I know. All right. Wake up, Maggie. Thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. We love our basic Betties. Drinking from my do not recall tumbler. Thank you so much. I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Brandon, the Possum King, welcome. We love our basic Betties, and I love your profile picture. I'm sorry, I don't like calling it an avatar or even an Avi. Not only is that lingo outdated, but it sounds skeevy, doesn't it? Abby. I don't like it. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Damn it, Amber. Sam, Sarah Lucklier's kid gave your tumblers a raving review, totally unprompted. Oh, yeah? Well, that's nice. So did Sarah buy one? That's funny. Listen, I'll be honest. I'm going to try to make a point of not noticing people's names or addresses when I am doing my merch orders. But a name like Sarah Locklear definitely would have stood out to me. But anyway, that's awesome. Is Sarah Locklear here? Oh, there she is. Sarah, did you get one? Your kid stole it. Which one did you get? Which one did you get? Um, you guys remember the last time I was live sometime last week and I mentioned Mandy and Sean for literally, I shit you not, like not even 10 seconds. I swear, not even 10 seconds. Do you know they spent like the better part of an hour then talking about me and Yaba et al. Mm-hmm. Oh, the support group one? That is Yaba's Tumblr. That's why I didn't recognize your name in my order list, but I'm glad you love it. I'm glad she loved it. That's great. Anyway, the reason why I bring up Mandy and Sean again is because they made some sort of commentary about the fact that they saw somebody in my chat say that their daughter loved their Tumblr and that she left it at school, which would have been Nikki P, I believe. They're like, I can't believe somebody bought their daughter one of Sam's Tumblrs. Was it the KYSATX one? You wish. You wish it was. Shut up. All right, Sarah, that's nice. What's this? What's what? Hold on. Why is my phone all the way over there? Hold on. Oh, I told you I left you something on your desk. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Anyway, Link Whipster, thank you for being a member for 9 months. We love our renegades. Input needed. Got my 10-year seniority gift. Bitch, I'm 32. LOL from work. Do I take the money or the paid days off? Well, that's hard to say because which do you value more? Cash money or time to yourself? Link Webster, me personally, is it paid days? If it's paid days off, and what do you mean? The money or the paid days off? If they're paid days off, you get the money and the time off. What are you talking about? I think you're confused, Link Webster. Or am I? I don't know. Anyway, Tally says, take the money. Doy Donkey says, paid days off. PTO. Isn't it the same thing? Is it more money if you don't take the time off? I don't know. Oh, whatever you don't have at the time. Hey, Tally, good to see you. All right. Anyway, so I had to go to the Sam's Club because Yaba bought this throw blanket that Harlow has now claimed for her own. So I went and got another one. It was great. Not that I don't enjoy going to Sam's Club with Yaba because I do. She's my best friend. But let me tell you what, There's just something about going to the Sam's Club real quick in and out by yourself that actually sucks because I'm actually there by myself and I can take as much time looking through the prepared salads and fajita dinners for two as I damn well please. And I had to cut it short because I had to be to work for my stream today at noon that I know you guys are all looking forward to. I think it was Strawberry Douche on the Kiwi Farms who a couple of days ago, once I announced that I was going to be sharing my emails between myself and Charmin Gabbard of Connections Cafe. But I wasn't sure when I would be able to do that because I had my grandson here to visit for a few days, as I always do in the month of October and several months in between. I think it was Strawberry Douche said something to the effect of, "I can't wait for Sam to share the Charmin Gabbard emails. I just hope we don't have to sit through an hour of buy my merch." So everybody can thank Strawberry Douche for the next part of the program, which is absolutely going to be having a little peek scene on my merch store. Don't get excited. There's not a whole lot new to share, but there is this the official launch of the Sam Tefler merch sticker collection. For those of you who purchased a second generation, whatever, the second round of official support group notebooks. Thank you, Choo Choo. Kimmy D. I love my t-shirt and stickers. You did a great job, Sam. Thank you so much, Kimmy D. And thank you for being a real deal renegade your whole life. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you bought a notebook recently, you got the volume 1 sticker collection. That was the bonus sticker set that was advertised with the listing at the time. It's no longer advertised with the listing because the notebooks no longer come with the bonus sticker packs. The bonus sticker packs are now for sale. So the sticker collection volume 1, the Addicts sheets 1 through 3, 1, 2, 3, you get all 3 sheets. This is volume 1 of the Addicts sticker collection. These are $10 for the 3. Okay. Or there are some of these designs are also offered as approximate size 3x3 laminated decals. So the sticker sheets are printed on matte sticker paper. They're good for like there she is. They're good for like, for use in your official support group notebook or your planner or your journal or wherever you stick them on indoors. Okay. They are not for outdoors on your car, on your tumbler, wherever crafty people like to put shit that is laminated. So the 3x3 laminated decal stickers, it's a set of 2. You get 2 of them bad boys for $7. And these are the available designs right now at the moment. The Death Dick laminated stickers, this one. Clarahondra praying hands is this one. Juan eating pink Mike, which I really wanted to make it Dick, and I'd probably change it. Is this one. Juan with my guns. Obviously, this one. Where is Clara? Text only is this one. Juan reading Where is Clara? Comment is this one. Clarahondra White Savior. All credit goes to, I believe, Pink Lava. She actually designed that. Thank you so much for that. Tally 420. Thank you so much for joining memberships. We love our Rick's Renegades. This one. It's Clarahondra White Savior. Level 6 felony aggravated harassment. That one, obviously. Gaslighting, love bombing, toot toot, which actually that should go in my Stink Box Volume 1 collection coming soon. Coming soon. And then, of course, the I do not recall February 20th laminated decal sticker set of 2 for $7. All right, Strawberry Douche. Why don't you just get on board? You want me to take you for a whole ass tour? Huh? Is that what you want? More digital notepads are coming too, guys. That's right. Also, I'm going to be coming out with new notebooks, different types and shit like that. So there we go. All right, stop sharing. We're going to move on to the emails. And today, the program, as per usual, is OG boardroom style, where I am not prepared at all whatsoever. In the least am I prepared for today's stream. I.e., I don't even have the emails pulled up, but never you fear. I'll find him real quick, okay? Connections Cafe. Nope. Let's see. I don't remember what email address I communicated with this woman on, but we'll find it. All right. Connection. Can we search? There we go. Wow, not that one either, huh? Hold on. Was it this one? Strange. Hmm. Just hold on. Hell. Huh. It's weird they've all disappeared. No, I'm totally kidding. Okay, so actually, let me back up. Before the emails, I did message Miss Gabbard on the Facebook, but I didn't like I wasn't like, oh my god, let me tell you about Ronald Corbin. It wasn't even like that. So let me pull that up. Hold on. I mean, whatever. What do you expect, right? Why can't I find Messenger? Oh, it's right there. Moron. There she is. All right. So, is there a dog? Open Messenger. Is there a dog barking again? Of course there is. All right. So, we're looking at July the 29th of this year. So, that's the summertime. I was like, "Hi, Charmin. I'm sorry to bother you, but I was wondering if you happen to know who the owner or landlord is for the retail space next to Connections Cafe in Connorsville. I think it's Rick Taylor, but I'm not totally sure. Any help you can give me would be great. Thanks so much." That's all I said, you know. I was just curious if she knew who the owner or landlord was because I was, you know, just looking into things. Teddy Pig, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Ron delayed the opening again. Do you think this store will ever open, or is this all a decoy for laundering? Teddy Pig, my opinion based on the things that I've witnessed on the internet that both Ron Corbin and Clara Frank have put out on the public internet. It is my opinion that this is all a front for money laundering. Thank you for the question. Charmin, who is Charmin Gabbard? So sorry, let me back up. So Charmin Gabbard is the founder, I guess, and director of Connections Cafe. Okay. Now, I wasn't going to contact the landlord over there at the Connections Cafe. I have nothing to say to that person. This was back in July, and I'm so glad that Pink Lava is here and she can attest to this. She can back this up. This was back in July. And that was when we weren't quite sure of the address of, where the attic was going to be. And we were still trying to triangulate. You agree with my analysis of the finances? Thank you, Tally. So this was when we were still trying, we were looking in the reflection of his sunglasses and the pictures that he posted downtown, and we were doing the Google Earth views of the road and everything to try to figure out Ron will be elected mayor with 51% of the vote before that store opens. You're probably right, Principal Todd. So anyway, that's what I was curious. So, what I was doing was, and that's where I got the name Rick Taylor, because all I did was take some potential addresses and start looking up the property tax records and everything to figure out who owned each one. Anyway, well, Charmin Gabbard did not get back to me back in July. No, I'm not showing this, Indy, because this is not an email. This is a message on Facebook Messenger, and I can't share just partial screen. And then I don't want you guys seeing all my other private messages with people I'm speaking with in my personal life. So you're just gonna take my word for it that I'm reading it. I guess I could screenshot it and slap it up there, but I told you, okay, at the beginning of the stream, I said this is gonna be like old school boardroom style today where I'm totally not prepared, okay? Not like present day where I've got my shit together and I'm organized and I've got notes and I've got, everything ready to go for you. I don't operate that way. It's not that kind of show over here as much as I would like for it to be. I'm just not capable of that. Sam is a better journalist than Clara. Clara, take notes. That's right. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Anyway, we talked about this conversation back when it happened too. I don't think Glenn Whipster. No. So, okay, yeah, because no, Charmin Gabbard didn't get back to me. This was July 29th. I messaged her. She didn't get back to me in July. She didn't get back to me in August, but all of a sudden, September 7th, Charmin Gabbard, all of a sudden, out of the blue, September 7th at 7:47 PM, she messages me back and she says, "Randy Wolf owns it." Oh, fuck it. I'll screenshot it. Hold on. Because, I like the dramatic effect and everything of the visual of the fact that that message sat in her box for what, like 2 months? July to August, August to okay, no, like a little, maybe 5 weeks, whatever. And then all of a sudden, September 7th, she's just like, "It's Randy Wolf." Now, why would she be asking me that? Now, we know for a fact that between where's my screenshot? Oh, I don't have it open. Hold on. Also, guys, I'm sick too, so I'm gonna try not to be gross, but it is what it is. Screen sharing was canceled. Yes, I know it was. Um, I'll try not to be gross. Is that it? It is. Here we go, guys. Okay. Hold on. I lost my chat. There we are. Sam is the goat of operating a successful store. Eat your heart out, Ronald. Thank you, Pink Lava. You are sure we talked about a conversation with her before? I don't know. Like Webster. I don't know because I haven't really talked to her. Maybe since September 7th. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, um, so okay, when she responds to me September 7th, I immediately went in with the Ron Corbin because, and let me find my notebook, because I recall that something had happened, that we were aware of, or there was something that Ron was saying, like in his live streams, where we were like, oh my God, the Connections Cafe shit's coming back up again. And then literally later that day, Charmin Gabbard, bam, in my messenger telling me who owns the building where Ron's renting the space. So it was obvious, like I knew, you know what I mean? Like I knew at that point, like, oh shit, yep, shit's popping off again. Now she's gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to this girl. So that's why I went directly in with the Ron Corbin. Hold on, let me get my notebook. Where's my other one? God, y'all, you'll just have to forgive me. My office is just a wreck. It's a wreck. God, I think it's in my official support group notebook that I'm not laying my eyes on right now somehow, some way. Why can I not see it? Oh, there it is. Told you my shit was a mess. Okay, so she said Randy Wolf owns it. I said, oh, okay. Do you know if that is the space that Ron Corbin has rented 2 suites in? She did not hesitate. She said, yes. Okay, so my official support group notebook notes start on September 4th. I've got September 8th in here. So we'll review those in just a second to see if I happen to note anything down. So anyway, she says yes. I said, oh, so is Randy the landlord slash manager as well? I don't know why I thought it was Rick Taylor. That's silly. LOL. I hope you haven't had any issues with Ron. I'm not trying to start any trouble, but he is trouble. Okay, yes, I did say that. Charmin responds back, Randy has a partner. Well, I have never even met him face to face, but he definitely created some chaos or tried to over Connection Cafe, broken heart emoji. And she's talking about Ron in the second part, not the owner. So she says Randy Wolf has a partner, and I think that partner is Rick Taylor. So I think I was right. And as you can see, confirmed, she was aware of Ron already and that he had definitely created some chaos or tried to over Connections Cafe that she was aware of as of September the 7th. Um, so I respond back and I said, yeah, I initially was trying to reach out to the landlord because he was online saying the most horrible things, and which I really wasn't, but this is my way of like segueing into let me tell you what he's been doing. I initially was trying to reach out to the landlord because he was online saying the most horrible things and saying he intended to get y'all kicked out of that space. And I have a son who's an addict. He finally checked into rehab in Fort Wayne yesterday. So I know firsthand how important places like Connections Cafe are. And I do. It's true. Let's see. Hold on. Where am I? All right. So then I said, I figured y'all had gotten wind of it because he suddenly stopped talking about y'all. And I figured he had a talking to by the landlord or something. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Do you hear that? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, hold on. Let me find the screenshot. Oh, Tanky says establishing a personal connection. Smart. Oh, Tanky, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, oh wait, I gotta find my screenshot. Hold on. I can't find my screenshot. Hold on. Do you guys hear Paul? Jeez. Meow. You know what? Let me just take another one and grab it. My bad. Sorry, guys. I'll never find it. Is that it? Okay, wait, no, I need to close this one. Oh, not trying to invite anyone, least of all that cat. Paul, go away. Pain in the ass. Okay. Okay, so I said I figured y'all had gotten wind of it because he suddenly stopped talking about y'all, and I figured he had a talking to by the landlord or something. And Charmin says, I think he might have gotten some pushback. A small business won't survive if you literally belittle your potential clientele. And she did a little crazy face emoji. Didn't Ron say the landlord is his cousin, so he thinks he's marked safe? Buttercrumpet, did he say that? If he did, I have not heard that with my own ears, but Buttercrumpet, I'll definitely take your word for it. Give Paul forehead kisses for me. I think Paul's getting something I hear Yabba out there. So then I said, exactly. Well, I've known this guy online for like 6 years. There's a website that has archived all of his shockingly disturbing or disgusting, dangerous behaviors for years. He had charges pressed on him from Massachusetts after he threatened to murder a woman and her trans boyfriend. They only dropped those charges in March when the victims moved out of Massachusetts and quit. I supposed to say quit cooperating. Samantha? Ugh. If you have any issues or need anything, if something comes up, please feel free to reach out. And then she says, thank you so much. I said, you're welcome. Keep up the great work. And I sincerely mean that. I really do. I'm not just, bullshitting her when I thank her for the work she's doing. I think it's fantastic. And every community needs that. Oh, it's Strawberry Juice says Ron did say that. All right. Well, there you go. He said cousin. That's why he's been cocky and thinks he's safe and he won't listen to the trolls. So his cousin is renting him out that retail space for 700 something dollars a month and put him into it in the dead of summer back in August, knowing good and well that the HVAC wasn't working and there was no air conditioning, no ventilation. Really? He took the money because remember how Ron couldn't get the keys until whatever date, and that kept getting pushed back and getting pushed back. And then remember how when Ron finally did get the keys to his suite, he did not have keys to the actual building. So he was so upset because he was at the mercy of somebody else's time when he can even get into the building to access the store where he's the owner. Remember? And then he finally got keys and everything. That doesn't sound like somebody who is renting space from their cousin. It doesn't. In fact, I don't think that's his cousin. I think that's a big fat lie because I'm pretty sure that Randy Wolf, the guy who's the landlord, he's on the board. Oh Jesus. Oh, he's on the board for the nonprofit Discover Connorsville. He's the treasurer of that board. I don't think that's Ron's cousin. I think he's a liar. So his cousin is the one responsible for his store not opening. LOL, right? He's always whining about the point of sale, of course. Damn it, Amber. You are an absolute pleasure to have in chat. You are so funny. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Catalina, thank you for coming in with the swords. Sounds like the landlord didn't want Ron on the premises unsupervised. Ha ha ha. Okay, well, that might be a point in favor of it being his cousin. Somebody actually knows what a fucking degenerate loser he is. I don't know. Hold on. I've done rolled over my little jacket that I need to put on. You like the way I say swear words. Anyway, no, I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a minute. I think that Ron was just saying that the landlord is his cousin to try to deter people from contacting him, basically. I mean, whatever. I don't care. I happen to know for a fact that these people contacted our landlord. And not the landlord of some shitty resale store that we were trying to open and sell a bunch of Timu shit. I'm talking about the landlord to the house where we live. So cry more if you're upset at the fact that I was digging into who the landlord to your stupid business is. I don't care. Could the utilities be separate and Ron can't get them in his name? No, because the utilities that he would need for air conditioning would be electricity, and he's got electricity. What he cannot get in his name is internet. Pretty sure that's why the internet's not happening. He can't get in his name, and my thing is, why can't Clara? Oh, she can for sure. I don't see any reason why Clara wouldn't be able to get like the top line high speed internet wired into that storefront. So why can't Clara do it? Oh, that's right, she can. The question is, why won't she? And that's a great question, wouldn't you say? That's a question we're gonna. That sounded ridiculous. That's a question we're gonna write down. Was that really loud? Hold on. What'd that sound like? Tell me what you guys like better. Hold on. Do you like this? Does that sound like a pen clicking? Because what it really is, it's a cover to an Apple Pencil that you can click down. But I want it to sound like an actual like. I don't think she'd have to be on the lease of a business to start the internet. I could be wrong. I don't know. Does he even have a business license? I'm not sure if he has to have like an actual business license to open the business in Connorsville. I know that they opened an LLC that I believe is still open and active in Ron's name. Clara is tapped out. Live Me coins are expensive. I agree. She ain't risking her credit for that man. There's that. That says a lot because I thought Clara believed in Ron. I thought that Clara believed in Ron so much so that she dumped a minimum of $15,000 into him for this. Oh, she probably figures, Ron, whatever the holdup is, whatever bill you owe the Comcast or the AT&T internet, you need to pay it out of that $15,000 that I dropped on top of your head and get the internet turned on. Why aren't you doing that, Ron? I thought you were big ballin'. I thought you had all these credit cards. Why can't you just pay whatever debt it is that you owe the local internet provider, clear it up and get your account going, pay a nice little deposit, get your internet turned on over there? I don't know who's calling me while I'm on a live stream, but y'all need to quit. Hmm. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, utilities, no. Yeah, but it's weird though because clearly, there are other businesses who are open and doing business in that building because the yoga studio is up and running. And because the lady even came and talked to him about the volume of his music and stuff. So, it's I just don't understand. Is there just no heating and cooling going into these 2 suites? Is that why it's such a big deal? Because it's like ductwork that has to be repaired or replaced or something? Like, I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. Like, if it really was something like that, like, that's totally 100% completely out of Ron and Clara's hands. Like, that so why aren't they saying that? I guess is the question. It just seems like there's so much, like, super secrety shit or whatever, you know what I mean? Um, I don't know, just why not just say it? Alright, hold on. Let me look at my notes here going back to around September 7th. And why Charmin Gabbard after, like, 6 weeks would all of a sudden on September 7th, was it? Yeah. Why would she all of a sudden drop into that Facebook message and, slap down the name of the landlord over there? So, September 4th, which was a Monday, my note reads, "Ron, Death Dick Shirt." Oh, that was, Death Dick Shirt, Dick Monarch, Death Penis. Stop. Oh, we were telling, Beth to stop blowing her bennies. Stop blowing your bennies, Beth. Oh, that's really cute. Let's see. Nope. Oh, Tuesday, September 5th, read transcripts part 1. Oh, this was back when we were reading transcripts. September 6th, we wrote down 3 people Ron don't want to let down: Clara, D-Babe, and the real crochetter, Karsten. Back to September 5th. Oh, still no AC at the shop. He love bombs D-Babe, says D-Babe was major contributor of money to the Kickstarter. Suites A and B. Suite A is The Attic. Suite B is Cute Stoner Boy Productions. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't have any notation here around the 7th of September indicating what would have happened. Maybe we can go have a look back in their content, in Ron's content specifically, to see if there's any indication around September the 7th of what would have prompted Charmin Gabbard to respond. But she clearly already knew. Like, she knew who I was talking about. There had already been interaction between her, well, not between her and Ron directly, but anyway, she was aware that Ron was trying to cause trouble. And we were aware of it too because we watched it. And then it was also blaringly obvious and evident when Ron got himself a talking to and was walking back the shit he was saying about Connections Cafe and shutting his big fat trap about it. Anyway. Okay. So there's that. That was back what, September? That's all. That's everything in the what am I trying to say? The Facebook Messenger messages between me and Charmin. That's it. July 29th and then September 7th. That was it. I saw somebody in the chat ask if I could give more insight into the story about the guy who went down to Ron's store. Christina from Flint, thank you so much for sharing the link to my merch store. Let me just pin that for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. More information about the guy who went down to Ron's store and was basically confronting him and went down there to kick his ass. And instead of coming out and Ron facing the man to man, face to face, like a fucking man would do, like Ron claims he would do as a real man, provider, protector, Ron did none of that. You know what Ron did? He locked the door to the building. Yes, that's right. He didn't just lock the door to his suite. He locked the whole building, the front door. He locked that door. Bebop, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. We love our basic Betties. Thank you so much for the belated birthday wish. He sent Clara. No, he locked the door, refused to come out. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't call the police. But anyway, the guy who came to the store to confront him and kick his ass was no other than this dude named Brady. Hold, please. Where's my screen share? This dude named Brady, who is running for mayor. This guy, the one on the right. This is the current mayor. This is Brady, who's running for mayor. And that's the dude who went down there. He was going to kick Ron's ass. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't come out. He locked the door. Is that the Live Me guy? Did he go over there on his Live Me? I don't know. Last minute, Laura. Yes, Brady Latimer. Yes, Principal Todd. Thank you. Brady Latimer. Yes. And then Ron was supposed to cover the mayoral debate last week. Was it last Friday? The debate between the mayor and Brady. I forget what's the mayor's name. I forget. Do you know why he went? Do I know why Brady went down to Ron's store? Yeah, to confront him and kick his ass. What did Ron do? What did Ron do to make Brady want to kick Ron's ass? Is that what you're asking me, Buttered Crumpet? It's my understanding that Brady even took selfies of himself standing outside the front door to Ron's building and was taunting Ron with the photographs. That's right. Candidate for mayor of Connersville, Indiana. Listen, especially in these little podunk towns like a damn Connersville, Indiana, literally anybody can run for and be elected to the office of mayor. Team Brady, for sure. Brady meant business. Yep. He literally. So yeah, no, he didn't Ron didn't come out and Brady didn't get a chance to kick his ass. But why did Brady go down there to confront him? I don't know. But you know what I do know? Remember the lady who called Ron a bigot, who Ron got into it with, and he said that she was also running for some political office or something like that. You guys know who I'm talking about? He got into the little Facebook rant with her and she called him a bigot. Oh, thank you, Scar. Yes, the current mayor is Chad Frank. Yes, Catacorn Mermaid. That is, excuse me, that is Brady's girlfriend. Gata, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. We love our basic Betty. Sam, there's a video about that Kickstarter. I've seen the video. Thank you. We've actually watched it on my channel. Yes, Detective Cochise sees the video. We watched it here. Thank you so much for that. Wife, girlfriend, I don't know. I don't know if it's wife or girlfriend. I can't remember, but one way or another, yep, it sure is. So anyway, um, hold on. Let me go back real quick. Okay, so I guess this Brady guy actually messaged Ron and in the message when he messaged Ron, he drops Ron's address for his store. And when Ron replies, okay, fuck it. I'll just read the message. I have a screenshot of it. Y'all want to see the screenshot of it? Okay, hold on. How does Sam have a screenshot of the text message between Ron and candidate for Connersville Mayor Brady? What the fuck is his last name? I forget. Whatever the last name is. How does Sam have that? I don't know. Things just get handed over, and it's great. And this is one of the things I love about my life and my job. Okay, I think of this as one of my jobs, and I really enjoy doing it. And it brings me so much joy to be able to bring these things to you people. Let's see. All right, there we go. This is Ronald. So this is Ronald here, and this is Brady. What the hell's his name? I'm gonna write it down. Brady, count me out. Somebody told me what it was. I knew what it was because I was watching his stream when the debate got canceled. Now I done forgot. Hell. Mm-mm-mm. I'm scrolling back since nobody will damn tell me. Now I gotta go find it. I appreciate that. Do I have spies and Connors? Latimer, thank you, Principal Todd. I appreciate you. I think Principal Todd in the chat is actually Principal Todd. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Principal Todd is Principal Todd. That's how he knows the players. He's like totally Brady Latimer. Maybe I got this screenshot from Principal Todd, who got it from Brady himself. I don't know. Anyway, Brady says, listen, I'm sure that repeating the same logical fallacies over and over again works just fine with your 500 or so loyal followers. Boy, somebody needs to tell Brady it's more like 5. Hey, Glamour Mayhem. Good to see you. Thank you for the swords. Appreciate y'all. Anyway, it works just fine with your 500 or so loyal followers, but I'm not interested in getting into a debate with you considering your obviously limited mental facilities. Is that facilities or faculties? Whatever. You and yours work from the premise that reasonable people are unwilling to call you on your bullshit. I noticed that you were absent from the school board meeting that you swore you were going to attend. Sent your lady in your stead. Okay. Send. Next message 631 North Central Avenue. Ron responds not immediately. Please take note. Take note that this message was sent at 5:21 p.m. It takes Ron a whole 13. Is that 13 minutes it took Ron to come up with his response? 13 minutes later, Ron says, why? So I could talk about a swimming pool. When they discuss safety and education, I'll be there. Weird. Are you stalking a female while she's alone? Anyway, sweet A. Shader K, thank you so much for the super chat. Sam is the GOAT. You got that right. Thank you for the swords. Cats rule. Good to see you, Cats. So glad you and I did not end up in the clink together. I won't say anything else on that, and you won't either. Cats rule. Thank you for entering with swords. Oh my God, the whole town is getting involved. I love that for Ronald. Ha ha. Baby, he was shaking. I hope no one tells the AC company that Ron called their matriarch a bitch cunt. They might want to kick his face off too. I know, right? So Ron responds, says, anyway, sweet A. And then, okay, it takes Brady a few minutes to respond. I don't know. He was probably driving home from work or something, at the job that he works. So then probably, when he got home from work, got inside, kicked his shoes off, took his socks off, got him a ice cold beer out of the fridge, popped the top off that bad boy and sat down at the kitchen counter to hear all about his woman's day. He wrote back to Ron, "Let's chat." Only the message couldn't send because Ronald blocked his ass. Blocked. And sure, milk chocolate. This made my day. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Did a bitch block. That's right, Nikki P. He's been running that cocksucker. Did this exchange happen the day he was live and said he was conversing with an old acquaintance? Oh my gosh, that is 5:34 p.m. And it was definitely after the school board meeting. And I'm pretty sure that live stream where he was saying he said exchanging niceties is what he said. Funny girl. I think you might be right. I wonder what day that was. I just covered it. In fact, what day was I live last week? Before I went and got Kanan for a couple of days. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Content. Live. You guys will have to excuse me. I'm drinking one of those sparkly water things. Those carbonated water things, and now it's gonna make me burp. Anyway. What day was this? Oh, October 16th, which was what? Was that Tuesday? That was wait, no, it wasn't. 14, 15. That was Monday. So, I don't think so because I talked about him, and I reviewed the stream where he said he was exchanging niceties with somebody on Monday the 16th and the school board meeting. Oh, wait, was the school board meeting the 17th or was it the week before? Shit. When was the school board meeting? I think it was the week before. Let me look it up. What's the news channel? Hold on. Connersville School Board meeting. Local TV 3 had the school board meeting. Hey, Teddy Pig, you bring the real receipts. Thank you. Thank you, Teddy Pig, for the super chat and for the recognition. I appreciate that. Okay. School board meeting was October 10th. Oh, so it was after that. Who said that? Funny girl? Funny girl, I think you may be onto something. I really do. Great catch. That's impressive. Okay, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I am. Okay, so there's that screenshot. That was fun, right, guys? Then the other day he said the meeting was not televised. We just watched it. It's still up there right now. I went to the YouTube channel to get the date. Funny girl says not just a pretty face here, people. That's right. Don't you forget it. Okay. Moonface Pondu, thank you for the swords. Nancy C, thank you for the swords. Comments are amazing on that meeting. I forgot all about it. Y'all want to go over those real quick? And then I have something else I'm going to share. Excuse me, there are more emails to share that we're going to look over today. I just have to go find them. I'm trying to back this up to where Clara made a total ass of herself. Hold on. Don't tell me that part's been taken out. Surely not. There she is. There's our girl. Oh my God. Why do these people keep calling me? Hold on. Let me unplug my phone. There we go. Lord have mercy. All right. There we go. Blocked. Leave me alone. I'm working. Okay. Hey, Bet Not Broken. Good to see you, Jen. Thanks for coming in with the swords. I appreciate you. All right. Present. Share screen. School board. Here it is, Ronald. It was due. Look, there she is. Oh, this is right there with the ladies like going to show her. See, you got to fill out the paper, ma'am. Remember? Polka dot pumps over here. We love polka dot pumps. Okay. Look at these comments. I would like to thank all of the participants for joining. We at the Fayette County School Board prioritize the needs of our children, but can we get security in this building? Can't have homeless vagrants walking in and interrupting the people's work. We must consider the children. Soft reset. Says, I support your efforts. Principal Todd says, congratulations, you are now small town famous. Catfish 1097 says, how long did it take to air out the room after the meeting? I could see the stench coming off of Pig Pen as they slithered by and gave you a good jump scare and a literal pearl clutch. Despite the horror behind you, I must commend you on your ability to stay composed, on topic, and you gave a great speech. Kudos to you. Trailer Park Barbie. I don't see her in the chat, but Trailer Park Barbie coming through. Haha, Clara Ronson, his girlfriend's dead. The place had to be fumigated. The piss smell is so bad the entire building had to be evacuated. Y'all are crazy. There's Trailer Park Barbie again. Clara didn't show up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Why did Ron Corbin send his live-in girlfriend to this meeting late? Good one, Trailer Park Barbie. Atta girl. Too busy ranting about Palestine. Jesus, you guys are crazy. All right, that's enough of that. Jesus. Gosh. Okay, well, I guess I need to go find those emails. So just hold on. Jesus. Oh, you know what? I might find them quicker if I go to my sent. Let me try that. It's not that one. I don't think it's this one either. No. This one? Is that this one? Sent. Here it is. Oh boy. Okay. So the last time I had talked to, oh, not talked to, but like you guys saw the messages between Charmin and I um on Messenger, right? So that was it. That's all there was. Hold on. I lost it. Okay. Okay, so then October 6th. I guess I'll screenshot it. Jesus. I told you guys I wasn't prepared. I don't know what to tell you. Well, actually, no, I'm not putting it up there. Just forget it. I'm not doing it. I'll read it to you though. You guys can trust me or not. All right. That's just how we're gonna do it. Okay. October 6th, 9:12 a.m. Because I just got, I was thinking, because Ron started running his mouth about Connections Cafe again a little bit here and there and everything. So I was like, you know what? I just feel like, I feel okay. I really do have a personal connection, like to the plight of, people who suffer with addiction and mental illness and homelessness and stuff like that. Cuz I mean, it's no secret. Like one of my kids has an extensive criminal record and it's all tied to drug addiction and mental illness, like the poor kid, you know. Anyway, so the work that Charmin Gabbard is doing with the Connections Cafe, like that really is near and dear to my heart. And I thought, what was it? Somebody said something, and I was like, you know what, we could totally help them in some way. Remember when Yaba mentioned in the support group several months back that the school nurse at her kid's school sent a note home asking for donations of feminine hygiene products, and you guys like really showed your asses, and we just got absolutely buried in box after box after box after box of like tampons and pads, and we even had like wipes in there, feminine hygiene wipes. I mean, and you guys sent the good shit too, okay? It wasn't a bunch of like, generic brand shit. Y'all showed your asses. Some people were even so thoughtful as to like send, they have the different sizes, people were sending like teen sizes because it was, for the middle school or whatever. Well, we ended up delivering, I kid you not, we delivered 2 pickup truck bed loads of boxes between the middle school and the high school. And then we still had so much even because like there's only so much they can use, and I didn't want we didn't want the shit to go to waste. So after we took 2 truckloads over there to the schools, we still had like literally a whole truckload of boxes. And when I say a truckload of boxes, I'm talking like the large size moving boxes from the Walmart full of feminine hygiene products. So we ended up taking the rest of it down to a women's shelter in Louisville. 3 truckloads altogether, Texas one. So I was like, "You know what? Like, totally the people that, Charmin Gabbard and her staff serve at Connections Cafe." Oh, I know what it was. It wasn't somebody told me. It was I was speaking to somebody in the community in Connersville who is very familiar with Connections Cafe, the work they do, and the services they offer. And they were telling me, and I think it's also on the website. We covered it before, but like they offer like shower services. So like you can go to Connections Cafe, and if you need to take a shower, if you're struggling with homelessness or whatever, you can take a shower there, you can wash your clothes there. They offer, clean clothes if you need clothing, or whatever. So I was like, dude, like we could totally help, Connections Cafe and maybe do like a little donation drive, right? So I was like, it's too bad that the Connections Cafe has had the misfortune of crossing paths with Ron Corbin and Clara Frank, and Ron's on the internet running his mouth about Connections Cafe. And it's not just that Ron's on the internet running his mouth. Like he was literally saying that he was going to go to city council and he was going to remember when he was saying that he was going to like basically use some crafty language to force the city to make Connections Cafe move out of that spot next to his store in downtown Connersville. And he was saying that they need to move that over to the medical center or just not downtown and blah 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 blah. And it's like I got to thinking like, man, that sucks. And so maybe we could have something positive come out of all this, and maybe the support group and friends, the support group, the renegades and friends, maybe could do a little, donation drive for Connections Cafe. Like, what do you guys need? Do you need shower supplies? Do you need shampoo, conditioner, body wash, loofahs, washcloths? Do you need laundry supplies? Do you need laundry soap? Do you need, fabric softener? Like, what can we offer? Do you need storage bins? Like, so anyway, so I reached out to Charmin on October the 6th. And this is how the email reads. It says, "Good morning, Charmin. I wanted to reach out and see if you'd be interested in exploring ways our support group could help your organization. I know you help one of the most fragile and underfunded groups of people, and we would like to offer to help in some small way. Last year, our son's school nurse sent an email out to parents asking for donations of feminine hygiene products for students, and we thought that was a fantastic opportunity for our group to make a difference and give back to our community. We were able to deliver enough supplies to the middle school and had an entire truckload to deliver to a women's shelter in Louisville. Uh, Corey and I have been exploring, ways we can like continue that and, give back to our community or, surrounding communities. And I would welcome suggestions of how we may be able to partner with you in some way that will benefit Connections Cafe. I understand you provide laundry and shower services as well. I also understand you are aware of my involvement with Ron Corbin and Clara Frank, and I want to assure you that I am sincere in my intentions and my hope that we can work together to have something good come from the unfortunate circumstances that led the people of Cafe to have to be subjected to Ron Corbin and Clara Frank. I look forward to hearing from you. Warm regards, Samantha." And so she got back to me. Hold on, let me find that in the thread. Like, why? I don't understand. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that was October whatever. October 6th. She wrote me back on October 8th. And she said, "First, thank you for reaching out. Yes, I would like to connect. And secondly, I'm not aware of anyone's relationship with Ron Corbin. I do not take other people's differences and use them to make my decisions. I use my informed judgment, actually informed assessment. If you would like to talk, we certainly can about projects." So that was on the 8th. I responded on the 10th. Hold on. All right. So I wrote her back Tuesday morning, I said, "Charmin, thank you for getting back to me. Please excuse my delayed reply. We were on a trip with the kids for fall break. I think where we could best partner and make an impact for your organization would be to ask our support group to donate needed items that will best serve your organization and your clients' specific needs. Perhaps we could work on a wish list. We would love to make this contribution to your organization as a gesture of goodwill. I think I may have mentioned that I have a son who suffers from mental illness and addiction. Just last week, he completed a 30-day program. This was his first voluntary admission to a treatment facility as an adult. I know if my son lived in your community, he would benefit from much of the services your organization provides. I know doing what you're doing is an enormously difficult task, and I can see your passion and commitment is just as great. These are areas very near to my family and my heart as well. If this is an effort you are interested in partnering with us on, please get back to me at your convenience and we can narrow down a list of things you could use to best serve your clients and we can go from there. The reason I mentioned Ron Corbin is because I do not want to bring any unnecessary negativity to you, your employees, or your clients. I wanted to be upfront with my connection to Ron and Clara so you can make an informed decision on whether you would like to work with our support group. If you have any concerns about this, I completely understand. We would be happy to facilitate this donation drive to be one where we keep the name of the beneficiary private for obvious to us on this side of the internet reasons. The people in our support group most likely to support this effort will trust that the benefiting organization has been vetted and everything is legitimate. So there's no real need for us to name Connections Cafe if we decide we do not want to expose either side to unnecessary negativity. I look forward to hearing from you at your convenience. Again, warm regards, Sam. So anyway, she never got back to me after that. That was the 10th. Yeah, that was October 10th at 9:39 a.m. And I never heard back from Charmin. And I wasn't ever going to share any of this with the internet. Right, DG. He says he kissed and made up with her. Do you think that is true? I don't know. I do believe that Ron has talked to Charmin Gabbard now face to face. I believe that. I believe him when he says that he went over there and he says he was given a personal tour of every inch of Connections Cafe and now he knows everything they do there. He met the staff and yada yada yada. And he says, "I was wrong. I was wrong about Connections Cafe." Well, here's the thing though, and I'm not going to um give Ron any credit because um we didn't need a personal guided tour of Connections Cafe to be able to get an idea of exactly what it is they're doing down there at the Connections Cafe, what their programs are all about, who they're serving, and what they're doing. We didn't have to do that because it's all right here on the website. See, so for Ron to get on, Dev Kitty, I agree. She was blowing you off from the get go. She don't want to be involved, and that's fine. I'm not like I totally get that. I was just trying to reach out and be like, "Yo, man, I understand. You run this nonprofit organization where you are, serving a very, broad range of people, very vulnerable, not a whole lot of funding. It's a lot of work to get the funding they do get, so they don't necessarily have the funding to spend on, you know, hygiene products, laundry soap, shower facility stuff or whatever. So like, look, we would love as a gesture of good faith to you guys, let something good come out of your unfortunate, collision with the attic. Can we do something to help your organization? And I was very sincere about that. And I still am. I still am. I'd still be more than happy to do something like that and see if we can't really, make a difference for Connections Cafe and the people that they serve. But that's totally up to her. That's her gig and she's doing her thing or whatever. So anyway, yeah. So Ron, we didn't need a guided tour of the Connections Cafe and all of the services and everything they provide because it's all right here on their website. Did they tell you about the Lyft transportation assistance, how they were able to partner with Lyft that as a recovery hub for the Indiana Recovery Network, they're able to offer Lyft transportation for their participants. Lyft services can be used to access recovery meetings, employment interviews, work or work-related appointments, medical and or behavioral health appointments, other recovery related needs. Eligible participant to I can't talk. Eligible participants of the Lyft transportation program must be 18 years of age, have a short-term need for transportation, be actively engaged with their peer recovery coach, have no other financial resources that could pay for transportation, such as Medicaid, and they must use the transportation for one of the reasons listed above. Like, this is great. It looks like they could maybe look at all the different services. Harm reduction, alliance services. Look at all it's all right here on the website. To my point, Ron, we've already been over this. We went over this in the summer. Look, you can use computers and printers. They have coffee and water, shower facility, washer and dryer, connections. If needed, we will connect you with housing, food, insurance, or medical services. Like live music, poetry, card, like they have these, couple nights a week where you can go and participate in all of these activities. But, oh look, there's their address, 635 North Central Avenue. Anyway, didn't Ron say he talked to her once before? Kayla, thank you for being a member for 17 months. He yeah, back several weeks, months ago, whatever. He was saying that he had talked to the owner of the cafe, but he said like he talked to a dude. And so I don't know if he was talking to the owner slash landlord of the Connections Cafe Suite, and he thinks that's the person who quote unquote owns Connection Cafe. But Connections Cafe is Charmin Gabbard's baby. This is her thing. She started it up. You're willing to donate some art, DG? That would be fantastic. Ron did say he'd been before and had words because it sounded like he has had his ass handed to him. Yeah, he definitely got talked to, and I think he got talked to probably by the landlords. I think the landlords were made aware, not by me. I'm telling you, you saw my message with Charmin Gabbard. I never got that landlord's information. Thank you, Comfort 1970. I appreciate you and your swords. Ron can't destroy this. He's just going to be annoying until he gives up. Exactly. So yeah, we didn't need a guided tour of the facilities to you know, like why didn't you look up their little website before you went on the internet and started talking all kinds of trash and spreading all kinds of misinformation about Connections Cafe and what they're about and what they're doing over there? And not only do they have the website that shows all this stuff. Look, there's Charmin. That's Charmin right there. Not only does Connections Cafe have a website where you can get all of this information, there are multiple news stories in the local newspaper covering Connections Cafe because they are heavily funded by grants and partnerships. Look, community partners, we've been over all this. Okay. We've been over all this. Look, this is a Connections Cafe. Like they have put a lot of money into it. They made it look really trendy and updated. I mean, Charmin did a fantastic job. Look, they got the ceiling painted black, and that is super trendy right now. Mhm. The black, ceilings, and then you've got all the wood tones, with the metals. Nice, aesthetic. I love it. I love it. And I mean, they paid money for this, okay? They paid money to come up with their little logos. They paid good money, to have somebody work with them designing the space. And then Ron just went over there and shit all over it and didn't know the first thing about it. Oh, he had to have a personal guided tour of the facility before he could understand what the fuck it is they're doing over there and the people they're serving. And I mean, whatever. Let me tell you what, I guarantee you that Ronald fucking Corbin still feels exactly the same way about Connections Cafe as he did when he made his stupid little rant previously. Uh-huh. So, let's see. I'm just scrolling through some other messages that I've received from some people in the know. See if there's anything I missed that I wanted to share with you all. Let's see. Harm reduction is so important, I agree. Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear, that somebody that used to manage a video store that Ron worked at in the '90s got him banned from the family video because he put his dick on her shoulder? Which makes you wonder, because you guys I was actually shocked a little bit to see reference to the family video store being made, by this person because, as we all know, there is that infamous story around out there, um, and I think the reason this story got out is because Ron's dumbass told somebody from YouTube way back in the day about it, and then they blabbed about it, but there's, the case of Ron being involved in the video store robbery where he worked. Excuse me. You remember the video store robbery charges that his mommy had to pay to get expunged? And, I guess people Ron claims that he always claims he managed a video store, but in this person who's in the know, they're telling us that he worked at the family video, but he wasn't a manager. It was somebody else who was the manager, and that it was a female, and, Ron got banned because he slapped his dick on the woman's shoulder. I don't know. Yeah, he went mad about that the other day, quoting that you can't get sex crimes expunged. He was pulling it all off up the web. Oh, well, I'm not so sure that I don't whatever. Okay, then it wasn't for him slapping his dick on the lady's and maybe he didn't take maybe he didn't actually take the member out of his pants and slap it on her shoulder. Maybe she was like, as I'm sure working in a video store, you would kind of have to like crouch down, to put videos back on the shelf, back on the lower levels. Maybe he just kind of like got up right behind her and just kind of like, kind of thrusted his crotch on the shoulder area. No, Juan, thank you for coming in with your swords. Glad you're here. That's probably what it was. It probably was, and I'll ask. It probably wasn't that he actually took the organ out. They just told him he was in charge. Listen, I'm going to read you the message word for word. Okay. This is what it says. This is what I know. Okay. Says, another woman who he hates reached out to. Her husband and Ron had a wrestling podcast or something in the '90s. We all went to school together. She filled us in on some of his past. She had to have him banned from family video when she was a manager because he put his junk on her shoulder. That's what it says. Fine, I'll screenshot it and you can see it. I swear to God. I'm not making it up. Look, look. Great. So, if it was just, if he kept it in the pants, but like just thrust his crotch on the woman's shoulder, I mean, that still fits the description. I kill myself. Okay. Here. I swear to God, I'm not lying. It's right there. And I said, OMG, wow, but I'm not shocked. Assistant to the manager. Okay, so that's what it says. Now, this person who told me this is obviously in contact with that woman present day. I could always ask her to reach out for some more information. And well, I think I did. I think I was like, "Hey, can you ask her if she knows anything about his potential involvement in the robbery of a video store?" I have to check back with her because she said she was going to ask. Mhm. Maybe she was kneeling down and he rested his member on her shoulder. I mean, Jessica, that's what I pictured. But I don't think he took it out of his pants, which is probably why it wasn't an sex crime. Put your dick on my shoulder. Did I do good? Do you think his picture was on the door? Like, do not let this guy in. Probably. You guys want me to make flyers? Do you guys want me to make flyers with Ron's picture on it that says, "Do not let this guy in"? I'll write it down because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. There'll be signs. Okay, I'm gonna make signs for real, and you can like hang them on the wall. I'm doing it. Do not let this guy in signs. We'll come up with something because I can't use his image or likeness. Yes, I can. Fuck it, don't care. Well, Mac, here's my email. Hold on. There we go. Like the signs they hung in New York about Chantel, yes, Moonface Pondu. I didn't think that was real at first. I thought it was Photoshop, but then once I realized it was real, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking brilliant. And I don't know who's behind it. Maybe I do. I don't know. I think it's fucking great. All right. Scared the dickens out of you. My singing? Lindsay? Jack emoji? Listen. I call Jack. My name for Jack is Jack shit. All right. I don't know Jack shit. Emoji. It's written down. It's written on my From the Desk of Harlow Jean actual notepad. Oh, scared the dickens out of you. Sorry, Lindsay. Miss Pickles, poor lady, thought a light switched after. Thanks for the super chat. My singing was wonderful. Thank you. Hold on. Liana says small and owns actually do that. Put pictures up. Oh, yeah, yeah. And listening to band people. Also people who write bad checks. they'll put the actual check up on the wall behind the cash register. Can you make a digital school board patron comment form in blue? Oh, cats are freaks. Yeah, hold on. Digital school board. Yes. Patron comment sign up sheet. Can do. And then I want the submissions. You guys have to email them or something. Let's see. Holy moly. Oh, wow. 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 Ron predicted the future, but was just crap with spelling. They wanted mini discs, Ron, not many dicks. Monochrome, that was funny. Well, Ron will have his wall of shame in his shop, right? Oh, okay, gotcha. Who said what's a check? Gen Z, like what's a check? Funny. Ron put his inverted mane on someone's shoulder. That's what we're being told. Okay, wait. Let me go back to those messages, see what else what other little nuggets are in there. She said he would go in there harassing her all the time. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so this person let me see. Okay. So we're going back to what's the guy's name? Brady. So when this person tells me about Brady going down there, they said he's so full of shit. Someone went down to talk to him after he was posting shit online and he plays all big and bad, but he wouldn't come out and he blocked him. Charmin does have a great facility, and I'm glad he acknowledges that. I just can't stand to listen to him for more than 5 minutes. No one in the community likes him. No one. That's what it said. And then she said, I so wanted to leave a comment on the podcast when he says he's not afraid of anyone and will bite their dick off. No, you're a coward that locked the door and blocked a dude ready to beat your ass. That's what they said. And I said, did he seriously lock the door? When did that happen? And this person says, yep, he locked the doors to the entrance of the building his shop is in. It was last week. Brady was going to beat his ass and he's running for mayor. Ha ha ha. Brady took pictures of himself outside the building and sat on the bench for half an hour. Ron wouldn't come out. Don't believe me? Hold on. Hold on. Doop doop. I'm gonna have to go here in a minute. I'm getting all stuffy and it's starting to get really exhausting trying to talk. And I can't get air. It sucks. Okay. Ready? Swear to God, not making any of this shit up. You're a coward that locked your door and blocked a dude ready to beat your ass. He locked the doors to the entrance of the building his shop is in. It was last week. Brady was going to beat his ass and he's running for mayor. Brady took pics of himself outside the building and sat on the bench for half an hour. Ron wouldn't come out. Best shit ever. Thunder Rain. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. I love how much of a bitch Ron is. So do I. Oh, Betsy Martin says, I think the lady realized when she met Negs, she realized that Negs has mental problems and these are the kind of folks she helps. Betsy, I think you're probably right, to be honest. I think you're right. And that's totally cool. Like, I'm not mad at Charmin Gabbard for having, a face-to-face sit down talk with Ron or whatever and giving him a tour of the facility. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's what she should do. I agree with that decision wholeheartedly. She needs to make peace with Ron because that is her place of business. It's his place of business. The work that she's doing at Connections Cafe is super fucking important, and she needs to have there needs to be, peace and whatever between the two of them. This person right here, this person on the screen right here, they are not connected with Connections Cafe at all whatsoever. I just want to make that clear. You said that too, Nikki P. Yeah. Oh my God. Watch Brady be the father of one of the skank girls. Wouldn't that be crazy? What time is it? 1:30. Oh, wait. Let me see. Let me just see. You looked at Brady's in his mid 50s. Hold on. I'm just looking. All right. Nope. That was it. There's nothing else really of importance in those messages. Close that down. So yeah, anyway, Charmin Gabbard didn't get back to me, so I mean, it's fine. If she decides that because I get that, make peace with Ron, keep keep as much of a peaceful and professional relationship with Ron as you possibly can for the sake of your organization and the people you serve, and maybe choose not to accept our offer or whatever to try to help out and do a donation drive or whatever to protect that, and that's totally fine. So with that said, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you guys want to maybe organize a little donation drive for, you know, maybe some other organization just as deserving and in need, we can talk about that here in the future. It is the holiday season. Yeah. Hey, Tori, thank you so much for the swords. Oh, yeah, Mudslicker, I totally agree. I don't take it personally at all. Stephanie, thank you for the swords. The only reason I decided to go ahead and even, like, talk about any of this and show you and read to you guys the emails between me and Charmin is just to, show you that the emails, to Charmin weren't or from me to Charmin weren't anything, crazy, really. I don't think I sent any other emails. You guys saw how difficult it was for me to just find those. I'll look around again and see if I sent anything else. I mean, it's totally possible. I also use multiple email accounts and I can't keep my shit straight. So there's that. Hey, I got some merch orders while we've been live. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support of the merch store. There's going to be new merch coming soon, guys, on both my merch store and Yaba's. I think you guys are going to be really excited for phase 2 of what we have to offer on the merch. So let me see what date. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll look and see if there's anything else when you talk about it again. If there is, this was a great hecking straight thing. Thank you, Linguipster. And thank you, Christina from Flint. Strawberry went for the pitch. You just know it. Yeah. Did Yaba restock her wax melts touch grass? I'm not sure, and I don't think so. I think whatever it shows on the website is probably what's there for now. I know that she's been you guys are great. Your support it was absolutely just overwhelming. Appreciated, but also overwhelming. You guys are great. So yeah, I think she's digging out of the mountain of merch orders she got, and then she's gonna be working on new stuff. SARS, yes, they are. Thank you for asking. Everybody's doing just great. Back to school this week. Kanan was down here last week and through the weekend. I took him home yesterday. So we're just now literally like today is really like the first day back to back to like regularly scheduled programming around here. You got your merch and you love it. I'm so happy to hear that. Hollow, thank you for coming in with the swords. You're welcome. All right, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to get out of here and let me see if I can't find my outro. Otherwise, I'm just going to say goodbye. Let's see. What do we have here? Is that it? It is. All right. Well, we got to present it to me. Here we go. See you guys tomorrow. A little bit later tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the swords.